Hello, good people of the internet. Today we're playing Verne, The Shape of Fantasy, which is a narrative adventure game based on Jules Verne, and I believe there will be puzzles, and it sounds relatively interesting just from that alone. Maybe we'll go explore the depths to Atlantis. So says the quick Steam notes from the devs. Anyway, have not played. We shall look at it together as a first look. Game will save automatically. I believe there is actual spoken words, so I may not have to do all the narration in this game as well. Okay, South Atlantic Ocean, 1888, other.
The end of the nation is very close, Verne.
You are very confident about your triumph. Until we open the chest, we won't know for sure if the Compass of Destiny is really inside.
The chest is in perfect shape after 2,000 years under the sea. No human technology can do that. It's Atlantean, that's for sure.
The ship, the inscriptions, all the pieces fall into place. The Compass of Destiny is inside. We are going to change the course of this goddamn war, Verne. We are going to change history.
Take it to Mr. Verne's lab and start maneuvers to ascend for air recycling.
This discovery will change it all.
Okay, so there's a war going on. I think maybe when it says other, it's talking about like another timeline, maybe. So not the 1880 that we know. I have no idea what the Compass of Destiny is, but we will probably find out. An ocean of despair, mobilis in mobili. South Atlantic Ocean.
1888. Scientific Officer Log. It's a great day for the captain, who has asked me to begin documentation while he delivers a speech to the crew in the library. After months of searching, at last he found it. He doesn't have the slightest doubt that the Compass of Destiny is in his hands. An old artifact that, once released from inside this chest, it is supposed to guide us safe and sound to the flame of Hephaestus, the most powerful energy source in the world. The deadbolt has a complex defensive system, and the...
Right, so I guess we have to do some movement stuff. Press Q to start playing. Okay, so movement and shifting is running. And, well, we have options. We can shut...
Verne here!
Verne,
What's the phone?
quick! The nation is attacking us!
The
Not
nation.
a single Atlantean piece can fall into their...
Mon Dieu! Merde! 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 I must hurry to recover the iMac. It's inside of the armory's safe room, and wait there. It's the safest place around.
The iMag. So if I hit E... Okay. The iMag is a powerful Atlantean device capable of detecting fissures in the flow of reality and offering its user the different possibilities that could take place in the same instant. A first and unique prototype was manufactured a few months before the incident that caused the destruction of the Atlantean civilization. Created with the intention of speeding up construction and technological development, they discovered, however, that the iMag had a limitation. Very few could provide it with the tremendous amount of imagination necessary for optimum performance. Only the brightest and most creative minds could do so. The goddess Placeia intervened in its manufacture, inspiring Atlantean engineers and providing ideas for its operation. However, neither she nor any primordial could use it, since the emotional influences emanating from them affected the flame of Hephaestus, destabilizing it. Whatever plans the Atlanteans had for its manufacture were abruptly interrupted by the hecatomb hecatomb that wiped out their land, so the IMAG became a unique device on Hemera. After that, it simply disappeared. Its location gave rise to hundreds of theories, the most plausible being that one that describes how several surviving Atlantean families hid it in what we now know as Greece, becoming an object of veneration, and giving rise to the pre-Hellenic cult of Placaea, which had a short but intense existence. That is a lot of information and story. Anyway, so we're going to go find this. Well, these are all the bios of all the things. Okay, so if we run this way, anything this way? No. Right, so we are saving the Nautilus, which is our ship. Go to the armory to protect the IMAG. Or did that just open the door? It did. Okay, so slightly weird perspective. Okay. Anyway, so we have the shower room. It would be in the armory. So that's... doesn't look like an armory. I don't know what any of these rooms are. But they don't let me go inside, so let's assume it's none of these. I can look at the poster. We are the Nautilus. Fair enough. And...
I must hurry to the armory.
Alright, but what are these buttons?
I must hurry to the armory.
Right, let's have a look at the map then. Wow, this ship is not small. Which is good. So we are up here, top right. And we want to go to the armory, which we could... I really would like the siren to stop. Imagine if I can turn it off. So I go all the way to the end, past the library to the CO2 room and come down. Or I can go down past the core, but it's probably easier to go across now. Cute.
No! Blocked!
Or not.
There's only one way to the armory. Going outside.
Going outside? Really? Can't we just go down? I don't understand. Like, surely I could just go down... here? Or this thing only goes up? Anyway, we'll follow it.
Merde! The elevators are disabled.
Okay, so we can't go there. So we need to go outside somehow. We're climbing and descending stairs, WNS. Okay, so stairs will take us to where the lift was. There's still a map here. I still think I could have taken the stairs to the right, down to the bunks. No. Anyway, the game wants me to go outside. More stairs.
Gods, the Valkyrie. It's eerier than I thought. I must get to the front hatchway.
Reach the front hatch. Okay. The visibility icon appears at the bottom left and shows whether or not you are visible to enemies. Okay, so I'm not visible to enemies. Now I'm visible to enemies. I'm stopped. Right, am I supposed to be avoiding the light? What is this as well?
I can't go back inside. I must continue.
Okay, so there's a spotlight. This would be hidden. Where do I hide? Behind this thing? Yes, that casts a shadow. Okay, so then we run this way. No. Again, a tiny shadow, but it's good enough. And then we'd like to go inside. No, we cannot go inside here. But we're learning. So you definitely hide behind these things. I suppose it does show you, well, as the game told me, in the bottom left, it tells me when I am hidden. It's a bit slow to move. Run. Okay. On to the next one. It's your basic hiding behind a thingy game at the moment. Okay, this spotlight will presumably swing a lot more. Go in. You just seem to be doing it a lot slowly. A lot slower than I was expecting. Right, so we're going to the armory. Wonder, like, is there anything else I should be doing?
It's jammed.
Something's jammed. Fine. Like, there's lots to explore. Let's just go down.
Oh, mon Dieu! Adam and Shun! This is a massacre! But wait. These bullet wounds on Shun. There are no blood drops around. He was shot after he was dead. That's disconcerting.
Very disconcerting. Right, well, I think we still need to go down.
The library access seems clear, but I must reach the armory.
Can I take the lift now?
These elevators don't work either.
So I could look at the map. Hold on. So I need to go to the left to get to the CO2 room. Right? Was it blocked off though?
It's jammed. I have to go down to the armory. Maybe I can open the safety hatches from the bridge.
Okay, so we have to go to the bridge first. Where is the bridge? If you say on the other side of the ship. Okay, no, it's up. Up and to the left. That's fine. So let's go up this way. The chart room, and then the bridge.
It's Verne! Is somebody there? No foes here.
Oh god, she believed me.
Where's everybody? And Nadine?
The pilot has disappeared. Very likely she has been captured with the others at the library.
What happened? How is that even possible that...
I don't know. The servo radars didn't work. Nothing has worked. They crushed us. Damn Raven.
The Raven? Merde!
Well, that's not the worst of all. The captain has activated the Nautilus self-destruction.
What?
He will never let his technology fall into the hands of the nation.
How much time do we have?
Less than 10 minutes.
Mon Dieu! You are the second in command. Can't you disactivate it?
Only Nemo knows the code. He told me to protect the bridge to speed away as soon as we release ourselves. But the engines are currently paralyzed until the captain reactivates the core. That's why we're still outside.
Oh my god! What will we do?
You are the only one who can do something.
What? The only what?
I felt like she could
I'm
also
not
do
a
something,
soldier.
but...
Well, now you must become one. I will open the hatches to the armory chamber. Once there, take the IMAG and do whatever you can to save the Nautilus.
But the IMAG? It's not a weapon. We barely know how to use it or what it can do. What if it sinks us?
What do you fancy more? A quick death beneath the sea or a long life of tortures at one of the nation's penitentiary mines? Move!
Indeed. So I wonder if it's going to give us a timer. Or not. Maybe not. Anyway. We have... Is this down? Control room. Oh, have I gone the wrong way? Can I just open up the map from... No, I have to be next to somewhere to get a map. Like...
I still have some stuff to do.
Fine, let's go back. So yeah, even though it said 10 minutes, no timer has started just yet, but... I guess it's because it's a game 10 minutes. So she said the hatch will be open. Anyway, so we're going to use the iMag to... Because we read the profile of that, we know that it...
5 minutes for self-destruction. Please, go to your safety stations.
Mon Dieu!
Create things from imagination. Yeah, so that's presumably what we're going to do. We just keep going down. Is this the armory? Where are we? Yeah, so we just need to head left.
He grabbed that paper with his last strength. It's bloodied.
Should I take the piece of paper then? Don't know what that is. Shall I close the door behind me? Yeah, that will stop them. No cracks in the flow of reality are detected. Is there a phone?
Armory here.
Verne, the opto recorders show that the Raven has cornered the captain and the engine core. Go there. I will open the hatch.
And what am I supposed to do?
Think. You'll figure something out. You're an imaginative guy.
Merde.
The iMag is an Atlantean artifact capable of detecting cracks in reality and making small rewrites at specific moments, in case things get difficult for you. C to activate. Offers logical choices. Explore the world to get more options. Select one, but be careful not all of them have a happy ending. Okay, then it's trying to tell me. So like R and T go back in time. No. Space is accept. I think it's trying to tell me something, but it's not very clear. The rewrite to infinity with R and T. What? Anyway, I'm going to hit space. Oh no, space is to accept. Anyway. So Q or exit.
Fortunately, damages in the area weren't considerable.
Well done. You must now wait for the iMag to recharge. If you choose wrong, the iMag may go back to a short time, but beware, it doesn't happen often. Happy rewriting. I'm not too sure I understand how all the choices
I could try to fix it with the iMag.
become accessible. We have to explore them in the world, right? So I could try and fix it with the iMag. How does one activate the iMag? Space, Q, R and T were what it was saying before. Collectibles. What we need is settings, maybe. Controls. Open the iMag. It was C. Of course it was C. Okay, so there's no spark. What does no spark mean? No cracks in the flow of reality. Oh, so if we do no spark...
The electric board kept withstanding.
That means we don't break the thing. I see.
That paper. I could try it with the iMag.
What's he going to try? Release the paper. What's it going to do?
Before dying, he released a paper he was holding in his hand.
The nation. The Prussian kingdom, after years at war, gathered from her defeated neighbors enormous wealth and great scientists whose work allowed her to develop impressive technological advances. Thanks to his superiority, in a few years she annexed a large part of Europe to, in 1815, proclaim herself as the nation. The only one, because there can be only one true nation and only one identity that protects the civilized human being from barbaric savagery. In 1835, the nation began her global expansion, and the Great Asiatic 30 Years' War began. In 1860, after the capitulation of the Sino-Japanese alliance and the defeat of Great Russia, the nation turned its gaze to the Golden Empire of Africa. The war spread beyond the continent, and the world of Himera suffered years of atrocities under the nation's rule. In 1880, after several years of tyrannical peace, and thanks to the technology developed by Captain Nemo, thousands of citizens finally united in a global resistance to fight planetary-scale guerrilla war against the nation. To the surprise of their military leaders, the fire of revolution was rekindled throughout Himera. Today, the nation is led by the Men of Curia, a select group of 23 pro-men members. Pro-men? As in not pro-women? Or just the fact that they're professional? Anyway, I don't understand. Members of the political, military, and scientific elite. Each year, amid great displays of patriotism, a member of the Curia assumes power, but it is no more than a formalism. Since the nation is managed by more than one head, in fact, one of its foundations is the great power struggles between the various groups that fight to occupy as many seats in the Curia as possible. One can only become part of the Curia by replacing one of its members. So accidents, illnesses, and suicides are not uncommon in its history. Obviously, the common people have no real voice or vote in the Curia, nor, of course, do they have the slightest influence on the actions of the nations, no matter how much propaganda claims otherwise. Okay, evil kingdom goes to war with things. Fair enough. I mean, not fair enough that they did it, or do it. It's fair enough that it exists in this game mod. The game needs an enemy. We were going... I can't remember what we were going to do. What's the current objective? Go to the core and save Nemo. Okay. And we are here. So we want to go down. And then down again. And then we'll go to the right. Well, we need to go through the maintenance area. Okay. That's the path I think we will be taking. Although I'm not sure if the lift is actually working, so maybe I could have taken the lift. It does go on the stairs slowly. If I just hold this.
Blocked.
Right. So, tidy person.
Maddie is so good stacking supplies that not even the bombs could have moved them.
Right. But this is broken still. Bomb proof.
The explosions didn't affect the room.
I mean, that's some crazy imagination you got there. Let's head in here.
I still have some stuff to do.
We still have stuff to do, so we shouldn't go in there. I don't know. I just like to explore things. Diver.
Blocked. I can only use the iMag if I know the possible options. I must find another way inside.
So, is that even the way? We need to go down. Maybe that door... Oh, that door does go down. It's just the map looks a bit strange. Anyway. So, let's click on that. The lift doesn't work. Last action.
Before dying, he left the emergency hatch open.
There we go. Crawl through here.
Fire at will! Watch the flanks!
Just checking to see if I could stop them firing.
Don't let them take it over!
It doesn't work. It must have run out of energy. I could fix the electric board.
Right, so fix the electrical panel. Fix the panel by removing the melted part. Right. remove a hell out of the thing there. This isn't really how electrics work, but fine. Once selected, you can move it. So choose a part. Right, so this is a puzzle to move things about. We do that and move that down.
Watch the flanks.
And then we move that out the way.
Yes!
Hurry up and save Nemo. Well, I'm doing it as quickly as I can. That is a,
You just don't know when to surrender. Isn't that so?
Of course not. I still have to finish your face.
The Nautilus is at last in the nation's hands. Tell me how to deactivate the self-destruction and take my word as a gentleman. I will free your crew.
Ha! Gentlemen. I saw in the penitentiary mind what to free means to you, you damn sadist. I will die before releasing the Nautilus to your masters.
It's a shame to end our relationship like this, but... Wish granted, Captain. This time you will not escape. Brothers, take aim!
No! What am I doing?
Verne?
Tonight.
What are you doing?
What the... Oh, you must be Mr. Verne, and that thing you're threatening me with is the amazing Atlantean artifact I've heard so much fuzz.
Release them and get out! Don't move! Get back!
60 seconds to self-destruction. 60 seconds to self-destruction.
Don't be stupid, Nemo. Stop the countdown before we all die.
No.
Then say goodbye to your dear Verne.
No!
to use the iMag at full capacity, complete the sequence by pressing correct symbol before the time runs out. If you find the quick time events difficult, disable them in accessibility within the options menu. Okay. A, S, A, D, W, S. If they're all just direction keys, then that's fine.
Again? No.
So he just imagined they were elsewhere.
Verne! I will find you!
The iMac had never displayed that amount of power before. My mind was dragged again to the bridge, an image that was torturing me over the last months. I didn't wake up until a few hours later, a time that surely Nemo felt was like an eternity.
We have apparently completed Chapter 1. It's the Siege of the Nautilus, and we're going to Chapter 2.
Imagination and hopelessness don't exist. Captain, my take is that the only way to open it safely is exposing it to the iMag.
Are you sure?
This deadbolt is a piece made by Phobos priests. Their devices were famous for being impenetrable, forged with the remainders of a meteorite. If anyone messes with it, it will launch a discharge of an energy that will cause a deep, infinite terror to whoever receives it.
An energy that causes terror? That's preposterous.
Maybe for you, but for the Atlanteans, the power of Phobos was real enough. Do you think that fear, destructive imagination, and hopelessness don't exist?
Not presented in the shape of fireworks and sparks.
If you don't believe me, feel free to break the chest with a crowbar.
How can the iMag open it?
The iMag feeds itself with Mr. Verne's imagination and uses it to creatively change our reality. Therefore, it's a positive force, directly opposed to the kind of energy that the deadbolt uses. I'm reasonably convinced that the energy of the iMag will nullify the one in the lock.
You mean like sand and rust?
Could be. The deadbolt is a rusty key, and the iMag, the sand that wipes away when scrubbed.
Do it, Verne.
What the...
What now?
The iMag. It doesn't work. It looks like it ran out of energy. That explosion must have dried it up.
You must make it work. We must release the compass of destiny from this chest.
Shouting at me won't help.
I don't know, it might do.
Adriel, go and look for Petrov. May he bring the torch and...
Captain, I must advise against force opening the chest, unless you want to lose your mind. What is imperative now is to find an answer to why the IMAG is dead.
Well,
If you have
just
any
overuse,
theory,
right?
spit it out now.
It's possible that, given that the IMAG gets its energy from the imagination of its host, the problem is inside your mind, Verne.
In my mind?
Yes, that's true. You talked about hallucinations.
Yes. For an instant, I travelled back to a bridge in Paris. I had a similar vision at the island.
Do you remember seeing something like this in your vision?
It certainly has a likeness with the shadow I saw at the bridge, but are you telling me that I saw Phobos, the Atlantean god of fear?
Fear is a narrow description of what Phobos really meant to the Atlantean people. For them, he was the destructive imagination, the one born out from despair and angst. You could also say that his sister Placea, however, represented fantasy. But the truth was that she was perceived as the source of the creative imagination, the one that thrives from hope. I think that Atlanteans believed that the balance between the two brothers dictated one's own sanity. If Phobos has broken that balance in your mind, that would explain the IMAG's silence.
Mythology? You're talking about mythology? I don't believe in Phobos, hence it's impossible that it's harming me.
The thing here is, you are afraid. Too much fear inside you. Until you don't master it, I'm afraid that the IMAG will never work again.
I refuse to believe in hocus pocus.
And how can you explain the IMAG blast? It saved your life.
I don't question that the Atlantean technology doesn't work. What I mean is that...
Enough with the debate! We are losing precious time. What matters is that the IMAG only works with you. It's obvious that your hallucinations are a symptom of some kind of disorder. Visit Dr. Cedric and get yourself a neurological check. That's an order.
All right.
You, Adriel, check the reparations. We must keep afloat for 2 days until we get to the base. We must assume that Commander Hetzel is not far from us.
Yes, Captain.
Why are you still here?
Aren't you bothered by the way we were attacked? They fell upon us too easily. It's more than probable that there is a traitor on board.
A traitor? In the Nautilus? Never. I have personally chosen each member of this crew. There is no question that the nation has found a way to decode our communications.
I envy your confidence, Captain, but you should be aware that during the attack, I found that someone shot Shun's body after his death. I believe that the murderer was trying to hide the fact that he was killed before the boarding.
God damn it. Let's keep our eyes opened. If there is a traitor in such a small space, he or she will be exposed sooner or later. God damn it!
Okay, and as we have reached the end of chapter 1 and we're at the beginning of chapter 2, minus some words, I'm going to call this for this episode. Do look out for the next one if you want to keep watching this, or if you have enjoyed it, leave a like so that I know to keep recording these. If you want to see more like this, or well, I suppose there isn't too much like this except for maybe Suzerain on the channel, but please subscribe if you're enjoying the content in the channel. It really does help. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.